Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio August 23, 2022. With Mars moving into a new sign, you can feel stop-and-go energy today. Until March, Mars transits in harmony with your sign, giving you a substantial energy boost. You may feel you're turning a corner with energy and confidence levels. Your innate joyfulness emerges, and you might feel more in sync with your natural physical and energy expression. There's a generally braver quality to you that attracts more adventure or interesting experiences and variety to your life. You have more confidence in your ability to get things done, take charge, assert yourself, and take action. If you want, you can motivate others to get moving, but you are also quite content to do your own thing. Mars will spend a longer time than its usual 2 months in this sector of your chart, over 7 months, due to a retrograde phase that will begin October 30th. Later, there will be some backtracking and reorganizing to do, but you stand to learn much about what motivates you in the months ahead. Today, a Mercury-Neptune opposition can cloud things. This transit reminds you that you can't always have clear answers and don't always need them. A chaotic or disrupted routine or lack of directions can be distracting today, but the detour your mind takes as a result of this can be enlightening, ultimately. Nevertheless, it's important to watch for miscommunication, and discretion may be in order today. Positively, someone or something can inspire an exciting new idea. As mighty Mars turns a corner, he will venture into a fellow air sign finally. This means that you could feel yourself lifting off from the ground like you're in an air balloon with your one and only. Adventures, long-distance travel, and a whole new level of wisdom may await you. This energy lasts until March 2023. If you're single, consider dating outside of your normal type, and you may be pleasantly surprised. Love can be especially magical when you don't stay within a cage that only limits who and what you can know. Be experimental. What will spark your curiosity? Time to follow your ideas once Mars enters Gemini. Your sign will form a lovely trine to the air-led warring planet, inferring mental harmony with your ambitions. As you move forward in your professional journey, you might see a divergence in your path. Various opportunities to develop different pursuits might come to fruition during Mars in Gemini. Since it can be slightly scattered energy, you might have some trouble with committing to a specific pursuit within your career path. Weigh your options carefully before making a decision. After both the Moon and Mars left your financial sector yesterday, there is a chance to pause as you absorb and process not only a download of information over the last few days, but everything the warrior planet of the cosmos has inspired over the last 7 weeks. You have been left with all the resources needed to take your financial power back, but without the urgency. Water is the order of the day. Given the present celestial atmosphere, you may be prone to urinary tract infections, or something related, if you haven't been drinking enough water. It is vital that your kidneys, the organs that cleanse your system, get plenty of this purifying substance flushing through them at this time. All the discipline you ought to have around your renal health is important to consider. You may be spoiled by today's vibrations as they're speaking only of you and in the best of terms. This is a time of renewal, discovery, and new centers of interest that will be as varied as they are pleasant. Professionally, things will be better. You just need to harvest the good news. Sentimentally, you will only have to breathe in the sweet smell of happiness. What more could you ask for? The Sun's departure from your career sector today might take the solar spotlight off your career situation and matters, but he not only leaves Venus and the dwarf planet Ceres behind, but with the stars continuing to align on the job and career fronts. Meanwhile, 3 days after Mars left your relationship sector, the Sun returns to your friendship sector, shoring up the support that has been building over recent weeks across the communication, friendship, and relationship fronts. The Moon's first visit to an adventurous part of your chart since Venus, the planet of love, left, is helping to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together again. This is something that will peak tomorrow, when the Moon forms a friendly aspect to the 2 planets in retrograde motion in your romantic sector, amplifying a sense of romantic nostalgia as well. Our eyes in sky. The Gemini moon is helping us understand how we can transcend and heal. You might have felt a little tightly wound over the past couple of days, but the vibe right now is perfect for decompressing. The energy is light, and you might feel as though you're flowing from task to task. Be sure to engage with your softer side and indulge in some beautiful fabrics, scents and objects. There is a slight hiccup today because a minor tense connection between the moon and Pluto could evoke intense emotions. You might encounter people who are looking for balance but unable to create it for themselves. The lunar energy has a tendency to make us put the comfort of others before our own, so watch out for interactions that are too draining for you. If you're naturally empathic, you might need to disengage from people who deplete your energy. There might also be issues concerning injustice or unfairness, which could be powerful triggers that disrupt your calm. Luckily, these issues should dissipate as we glide toward nightfall, just in time for you to enjoy a calm and carefree evening at home. Be sure to enjoy some self-care this evening or find some other way to have a low-key night. After midnight, Mercury in Virgo opposes Neptune in Pisces, provoking misunderstandings. This aspect functions a bit like Mercury retrograde, in that it scrambles communication and prompts assessments based on faulty logic. We might cherry-pick information from correspondence to back up a flawed assumption. We can also fixate on weird highlights within our conversations, so even if we comprehend what friends are saying at a surface level, it is impossible to give appropriate feedback. This is obviously not a good influence for detail work, having time-sensitive discussions, or signing contracts. Negotiations may seem to arrive at a satisfactory conclusion, but we'll have to double-check later to clear up confusion. In the pre-dawn hours, Vesta, which has been retrograde in Pisces since July 7th, backs up into Aquarius. The goddess asteroid of divine inspiration will retrace the steps it took during the 3rd and 4th week of May, so look back to this period to see what was occurring relative to your passion projects. While Vesta transited Pisces, we invoked compassion to attune to the higher spiritual aspects of our calling. However, the egoless haze of Pisces may have also found us becoming distracted or drained by our ambitions. With Vesta back in Aquarius, we remember the root humanitarian motives of our causes. We can also challenge any rules keeping us in predictable boxes. At this time, we may need to reassess the advantages or disadvantages of having community input influence the designs of our sacred work.